I'm sure you know the story by now. Sam's trekking across Australia to connect the Cairo network. Right now, we are in the critical push. So, as you saw last night, we made it as far as getting the monorail uploaded and done.
The extraction was successful. It was transferred to a sterilized pod and sent to a separate facility.
Ready to proceed with corpse disposal? One.
Alright, next we're going to take the main order. There's going to be all main orders for the storyline, and then we'll come back to doing the other preppers. Actually, in our retrospect, I might go back to Mexico to get the bulk up to at least 3 stars.
Sam, your next destination is the Northern Environmental Observatory. Like its Western counterpart, this observatory is a critical facility that will help us to monitor the changes taking place in the Australian environment. To bring it online, you'll have to navigate the canyon to the northeast of your current position. But before that, you'll need to link up another site en route.
Sam, the next site we want you to link up is called Rainbow Valley. A friend of Drawbridge is waiting for you there. Once the network connection has been established, they'll be joining us on the DHV Magellan. I recruited them myself when we first met in the UCA. You can pick up the order from the delivery terminal. I'm looking forward to seeing you both. Thanks again, Sam.
Story recap. We connected the entire south side of the map here, which is pretty good. Okay. We've got... Oh, before we even do anything, see this little island right here? This needs to be unlocked. We're going to head over on the monorail with our truck. Where is... Oh, it's on the Magellan. I'm going to head over on the monorail, head over to the mine, and then start finding the packages for that individual, which is the inventor. So you're going to unlock, if you feel like doing it, do it. You can unlock the inventor early, or you can unlock the inventor late. It's up to you, but you do need that section of monorail to get in between 2 and 1. So here's this and this. Okay. So we're gonna go take our truck because we're gonna be driving across tar. I'm gonna show you how to do this. How to get across the tar to get to the inventor. So we're gonna step. This is how to get to the inventor. You're gonna go to F1. You're gonna get out of your truck. You're gonna go to the terminal. Okay. You're gonna go down to facility features. Use monorail. You're going to go all the way to the mine at the mine, Northwest Mine. You're going to go, not the Northwest Mine, but the F1 mine. Then we're going to load our truck, load ourselves, and then dispatch. Now, since the update on March 19th, Dahlman has been saying weird things. Like when Sam does something different. Or say, like, change a hat. Or change sunglasses. Or even change his appearance. Dahlman will say something. But let's go ahead and dispatch the monorail. Yeah, the train. I'm thinking of the train system that's here. So start monorail. So now we're off to the mine.
Now this is living!
Fuck this.
Fucking rocks! I love this! Woohoo!
Once we get to the mine, we're going to get out. See how we're not in Cairo network? We will be once we do this. Next, get out of the mine, go outside. But here's the thing. You only have a little bit of battery to deal with, so we're only going to go very slow. Go slow. Do not boost your truck at all. If you do, you're going to drain your battery. Alright? Immediately come left out of the mine. You're going to see that island across. You're going to basically stop there. And you're going to use your autodeck. If you can't find any of those packages for him, it'll happen later on in the game. After the earthquake. Yeah, I'm 100% sure it does. Because I'm 100% sure it does. Because the thing is, there would been packages popping up over here. Nope. Alright, so it happens, I believe, after or during the big earthquake that happens. So we'll get to that part. We're going to head back to the F1 area, pick up the Rainbow Valley order, and then get from there to the comrade that's over there. So we're going to get back on the monorail. Oh, any charger you come in contact with, the colors change. They go from a standard blue to gray to gold. Now, these are the levels that um, when you level up a particular structure, it upgrades. You can't level 3 upgrade roads, nor can you upgrade the zip line. I mean, not the zip line, the monorail. But I guess that was futile, so that's not happening until we get over to, I guess, at least to the other side. But I guess, anyways, so we're going to dispatch the monorail back to F1. I mean, right now, we don't have any other part of the monorail connected, so it takes less time to get from the
Better
point.
hold on tight if you want to stay safe.
Jesus Christ. Oh, they updated everything he says. So now, you hear that sound? That sound lets me know that a BT or watcher or catcher, whatever, is in the area. See that bridge right there? Or start of a bridge?
Enough already.
Yeah. Shut up. Stop your whining. We're going to go to that terminal at Fort Knott. And then we're going to get, what is it, 800? I think it's 800. I think it's 800. Okay, we're going to do this. Yeah, he does it. Okay, cool. Materials, and then we go to metals. No, does not have it. Only 500. Damn it. Gross. He only has 400 in metals. That bridge needs to be built. I want to build it early so I can get whatever. Take on orders. Cover mystery package. We have to go all the way back to the plate gate just to get it. Oh, excuse me. Alright, I take on the main order. These won't go into the backpack. This will go right into. See how he's swaying already? And his package meter is already at 85%. We're not going to put anything on his back. We're just going to put it in the truck. Simple and easy. And then we're going to go to APS enhancements. We're going to time fault generator, water. It basically recharges Sam's battery. Yeah. All right, and then we're going to do customized look. Just remember, any suit you choose, anything you choose, glasses. Ah, here we go, right here. That's the new hat. This is the new glasses.
The glasses I wish I had my own pair. Pity they don't come in doll size.
Sorry, I I think they updated this because I don't think. Hey guys, bye guys. Have a nice life, guys.
That's the spirit.
So when you come out, okay, some players do this. They'll go straight and then realize, crap, do I go right? Do I go left? Just do this. It's right there. See it? All right. But me, come out left, go as far as you can, but then drive slowly because where is it? It's usually whatever. Don't care. It'll show its weird little head when it's ready. This road wasn't here before. You would think there would be other players who are building the roads. It's not. It's another prepper who's helping. See what I mean? Perfect. Now we're just going to go slow and steady with the race. There's people like that who does that. I can't. I don't fathom why they do that. Now who's crossed the threshold? Okay. Who wants to hear Dollman complain about crossing rivers? I do. Because it's like a whiny little child. Daddy, I don't want to get wet. Daddy, the bathtub scares me. Daddy, why is the water that color? Because I pooped in it, you little crapper. Sorry, I had a moment there. Anywho, there's nothing here to cross, like a bridge. Now this is Domin. I thought Domin was gonna bitch about it. Alright, I'm going silent for posterity reasons, so that you guys can hear this monologue.
Hold on a minute. Are you Sam? And does this mean the drawbridge has finally come to the valley? Oh, thank you. I'm glad you could make it. It's an honor to welcome you here. I'm surprised how good this cargo looks. Great job, Sam. We'll be hoping to see more of you in the future. The next step involves the Cupid, yeah? Okay then, let's do this.
Now displaying your current order grade.
The connection looks strong and steady to me. That cargo you brought along is going to make a world of difference, too. It'll allow us to proceed with our terraforming initiative. Hopefully, no more towns will have to suffer the fate of the one down below us. Oh, we've shared our tar cannon data with everyone, by the way. I suspect you'll find it useful in your own work. Try it out. See if it suits your needs. Tar cannons are invaluable pieces of equipment that we use to combat forest fires. While fires are a common occurrence in this region, water is a precious resource. So these cannons were developed as extinguishers that utilize the tar contained within the earth itself. They leverage the tar's viscosity, making them one of the most effective methods of combating fire we have. When deployed on the ground, they can both extract and discharge tar simultaneously. You can pick up the cannon and use it on the go as well, but you'll be unable to refill its tar reservoir while doing so. If you find yourself caught in a wildfire, you'll need to figure out when to shoot and when to move in order to make it out alive. This region was once filled with lush vegetation, over which birds soared and serenaded, until all that beautiful life fell prey to sudden desertification. We swore to do everything in our power to bring back what was lost. Around the time we got started, the APAC people showed up. With their help, we've been able to achieve a modest measure of success. But moving forward, we have to find a way to nurture and protect what little we have on our own. You probably passed the town I mentioned on your way up here. At a glance, it might have looked like nothing more than a cluster of massive boulders. But those were once buildings. Places where people used to live. As the desert kept creeping closer, the town was abandoned overnight. They'd been forced to evacuate. The few who were left behind became BTs. Still, at least the exodus went to plan. There are no void-outs at any rate. Thanks for everything, Sam. You and Drawbridge have helped ensure that these lands will one day be filled with life again, however long it takes. In particular, that comrade of yours has performed absolute miracles for us. If you're looking to link up with them, you'll find them in the ravine on the other side of the river, directly opposite this shelter. Come back and visit anytime.
Order completed. Right. Time to meet up with...
Normally I would drive over here, but I knew that was coming. Now, when the rivers overflow like that, you don't want to be in it when it does. I will leave you to this.
Seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. So I just did me some talking to the sun. And I said I didn't like the way he got things done. Sleeping on the job. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. But there's one thing I know, the blues they send to meet me won't defeat me. It won't be long till happiness steps up to greet me. Raindrops falling on my head, but that doesn't mean my eyes will soon be turning red. Crying is not for me, 'cause I'm never gonna stop the rain by complaining, because I'm free. Nothing's worrying me.
You think I spooked her? I really couldn't say. I certainly haven't ever seen her dance like that before.
It won't be long till happiness steps up to greet me.
Go on, Sam. Follow her into that facility.
Thanks for coming, Sam. I'm sorry about just now. I didn't know who you were at first.
You're the picture of health, Rainey.
You too, little man.
You got some kind of a trick for dealing with timefall?
Rainey, it's been too long.
Fragile.
Can't wait to see you again.
What are we waiting for, Sam? Let's head to the DHV Magellan. Fragile. Hi.
Hi. Nice to meet the old-fashioned way. Carograms are great, but nothing beats a hug. Well, I'm sure you already know. This is Rainey. She's a good friend of the cause.
It really is a pleasure to meet you, Sam.
Nice to meet you too.
Glad to see you in good health.
And it's so good to see you all again.
Sam, Charlie here. You may now undertake your next assignment. You can find the relevant main order by accessing the delivery terminal in Rainbow Valley.
No need to rush while getting ready. In your own time, Sam. I was glad to see Rainey in such high spirits. She's grown so bright and energetic, almost unrecognizable from our first meeting. A pity that her child shows no similar signs of development. Rainey used to be much more quiet and withdrawn. She seemed averse to spending time with people. Dolls, too. It was singing and dancing that got her to open up. I'm something of a performer myself, though I've never showed anyone. The Rainbow Valley greenhouses are the product of our researchers' hard work. And thanks to you and me, those invaluable structures will endure for a good while yet. Why don't you try freshening up with a shower?
Alright, let's get back to it. You little shit. Anyways. Anybody notice what was part of the update? I noticed it. Turn around. Truck is right there. Nope. It's actually a cross. Run, Forrest, run! Jump, Forrest. Hello, dog face. See, mine was more direct. Like, it's right up in the front row. That one? Alright, this next main mission is going to get even weirder.
Sam, your next order requires you to recover an escaped kangaroo, the subject of an important experiment. Seems the bushland area it hopped off to is one where the chiral density is extremely high, meaning you'll need to get it back to the animal shelter ASAP to ensure its safety. This is a ticking clock situation, Sam. I'll brief you on the details while you review your map. Accept the main order from this delivery terminal when you're ready to get underway.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take the main mission. This is main mission number 1515. This gets strange, like very strange. You think it'll be simple. Just go rescue a kangaroo. But hang on to your butts.
Hey Sam, Charlie here. Since this is your first order involving the capture and preservation of animals, allow me to provide additional information. The kangaroo you're looking for is somewhere in this area. Once you've arrived, use your Odradek to begin searching for the creature. You can transport the kangaroo in your standard issue animal carrier. No need to fabricate anything unique. Get close enough to the kangaroo and deploy the carrier to capture it. It will be a bulky piece of cargo, but you should be able to carry it on your back like any other container. However, you will need to traverse some heavily wooded mountains as well as rivers and uneven terrain. Bear this in mind when considering what equipment to take with you. All right, time to proceed with route planning and final preparations.
Okay. If you notice I don't choose my route, it's because I know my DHV is not going to be able to help me.
What in the world?
We have a situation, Sam. I'm tracking a fresh bushfire near the injured kangaroo's location. Clock's ticking. Secure the poor little bugger ASAP and bring the shelter onto the chiral network. Once the DHV Magellan can join you on site, we'll see what we can do about that fire.
Look out, Sam! Fire! We need to get away from here as quickly as possible.
That's the reason why I'm going slow. Hit. Almost got hit.
see the kangaroo. Get close enough to put it in an animal carrier for transport. All right, time to make our getaway. Marked as a dangerous location on your map, sir. We could get trapped here by the bushfire. Let's keep moving to ensure that doesn't happen.
You must be Sam. We've heard all about you from your friends at Drawbridge. Go ahead and connect us to the chiral network.
you, Sam. Don't worry about the fire. Rainey will put it out for us.
Tell me, though, who is she exactly?
It's been about 6 months now, since I first heard about the girl who brought the rain.
Whenever I stepped outside, the timefall came. There was nothing that I could do to make it stop. And they hated me for it. Including my parents, who told me to leave. I was the witch who brought the timefall. A monster to be locked up in a cage. A few even tried to burn me alive. The most dedicated witch hunters. I struck out on my own. I was alone for so long. In desperation, I enrolled in a special UCA program, hoping to find purpose as a mother.
Hi there. You're safe.
But even after I got pregnant, I still couldn't find anyone willing to take me in.
I'm sorry. No.
We need to leave right now.
Please.
Go on, get out of here!
No one wanted anything to do with me. All they saw was a witch, to be hated and feared. Until that day. I'm so sorry.
Hey there. You're Rainey, aren't you?
Who's asking?
Someone who's been looking for you. For you and your power.
You want my power? Why?
You're a pharmacon. Medicine that can harm, poison that can heal. It's all in how you use it. Want to come work for me? I believe you can save the world.
You do?
There are things only you can accomplish.
Only me. Really?
Really. My name's Fragile. And I'm happy we could finally meet. I'm here for you. For both of you. I'll be your umbrella. And together we'll show the world the hope in your reign. Come on. Who wouldn't want the baby to catch a cold? Come on.
Thank you. That was quite the display. Drawbridge is even more amazing than we'd heard. Thanks to everything you've done for us, the animals are unharmed and the facilities are holding up just fine. It's a wonderful relief. Anyway, I'll check your orders now. The kangaroo seems to be good and healthy. Nothing to worry about. I hope you'll continue to work with us.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
The kangaroo you rescued seems to be alright, thank goodness. Oh, she's so very special to us, and we're relieved to have her back in one piece. Once she's had a bit more time to recuperate, we'll move her to the reserve next door where you can visit anytime you like. By the way, we've uploaded our decoy hologrenade data to the network. You can trigger it remotely once thrown, creating a distraction that'll lure enemies away. It might just save your life if you run afoul of any troublemakers. Well, we first found her in an area with high concentrations of chiralium. How wild animals are affected by prolonged exposure is something we still don't understand completely. But it's thought this may be a key factor in how chiral creatures come into existence. So, you can see why our wee girl would be an invaluable research subject. It's where we look after the animals in our care. The vegetation around here didn't die out like elsewhere, and we still have a reliable water supply. After we screen each animal in our underground facilities, we release them into the reserve and monitor their health over time. When that kangaroo you rescued is strong enough, we'll move her up top where she'll be able to stretch her legs. That being said, changes in the environment can have a profound impact on many species, causing never-before-seen creatures to appear, throwing the ecosystem into chaos. Which is why we strive to preserve native animals here for future generations. Cheers, Sam. You really helped us out. At this rate, we're poised to lose so many native species that predate the Death Stranding. And once they're gone, there's no getting them back. Between the bushfires caused by chiral cinders and animals behaving strangely and getting hurt, it's been pretty bad. But I've heard that these environmental anomalies might be resolved once and for all when Australia is fully linked up. So I've got high expectations for you and your friends. Speaking of which, How would you feel about assisting us with our preservation efforts? It'd be a simple matter of capturing any wild animals you see out on their own and bringing them to us. Even a few would make a real difference. Give it some thought, eh?
Well done, Sam. Return to the DHV Magellan and report to the bridge. I'd like to tell you a little bit more about Rainey and her talents.
Order completed. Well done.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care, Sam.
A nice repair job. She's practically sparkling.
When she's outside, Rainey's constantly surrounded by timefall. But within a 1.5-meter radius of her body, a different kind of precipitation is observed. We call it core fall. Anything it touches is restored to an earlier state. In other words, it has the power to heal and repair, to counteract timefall's effects. Sadly, people only see the timefall, and not the remarkable woman standing in the eye of the storm. Still no signs of growth?
I should be due any day now. If things were normal, that is. But the baby's still stuck at 7 months.
She has still baby syndrome. Have you ever heard of it?
I met a few preppers in Mexico that had something like that.
They're not isolated cases. It seems to be happening everywhere. Though who knows if it's a syndrome or a symptom of something else.
Simply put, the fetus stops growing at about 7 months. To be clear, it doesn't die, but it no longer moves, as if it's frozen in time. Several treatments, including C-sections, have been attempted. Unfortunately, removal from the womb invariably results in death. And while not all pregnancies are affected, it's yet another contributing factor to the already low birth rate. The Genetic Diversity Conservation Initiative just isn't enough to compensate.
You got any idea what's causing it?
There's speculation that it's due to an imbalance in the beach itself. I'm sure it's been explained to you before that countless individual beaches exist, a multiverse of beaches, so to speak, and that they are all governed by an upper beach on a higher plane. Expansion of the chiral network to cover the whole UCA may have inadvertently disrupted the link to that beach. Or so they think.
DB units were also 7-month-old fetuses. So it's not hard to believe that the beach might very well influence the unborn.
While I can offer you no concrete answer, I can state that the plan to extend the chiral network into the Australian continent, to take it worldwide, is also intended to help restore balance to the aforementioned upper beach. And in doing so, it is possible that we may resolve the issue of still baby syndrome.
You slept well, yes? And you'll only need a short break before we can get to work. I was looking into the conditions that led to the bushfire we escaped. It seemed to have been caused by a phenomenon known as chiral cinders. Unlike other items washed up by the currents, cinders violently erupt from the tar and soar through the sky before crashing to the ground. This phenomenon has been observed across the continent and has led to an increase in bushfires. It's one more potential threat to keep an eye out for. Ever wanted to learn more about the various creatures housed at the animal shelter, Sam? Well, there's a speaker outside the facility that they use to broadcast updates. Might be good to check in on some of the animals we've taken there once in a while. I'm so glad that we were able to save that kangaroo's life. It's easy to forget that humans aren't the only creatures affected by the Death Stranding. Protecting our remaining wildlife isn't just the right thing to do. It can also help us to better understand how the environment has changed.
According to Kojima, he said, and he quote, that he is not in the process of making another Death Stranding. But what if he made Death Stranding the origin story? Or something along the lines of telling the story of the Death Stranding itself. I mean, we see Sam's story unfold in Death Stranding 1 and now in 2. So, why don't they formulate some sort of game, short game, long game, whatever, so the players can get a feel on how this whole thing started. You know, we go into Death Stranding 1, we don't know what we're doing. We have no idea. And trust me, a lot of players will say this. You have no idea what the hell you're doing when you get into Death Stranding 1. You see Sam driving along the countryside, all of a sudden, timefall hits. Birds fall from the sky. Sam's running for his life. Hides in the cave. And then we have no storyline behind it. Why he's hiding. Who he's hiding from. I just wanted to leave that idea out there in the ether so that you guys, if that's an idea and you're watching on the replay, comment as much as you want.
Rainey was a vision to behold. To put out that fire so effortlessly. Her powers are incredible, don't you think? The kangaroo you rescued is currently being cared for and studied at the animal shelter. You know, if you ever want to stop by and see how it's doing, I wouldn't object. Are you curious how I maintain my youthful appearance? It's because Rainey lets me shower in her core fall from time to time.
Feels good.
Good morning to you. That's the spirit. Thank you, Sam.
Sam, it's Charlie. I'm pleased to inform you that you can now use the map on your ring terminal to check the weather forecast. We utilize information provided by Rainey, as well as local historical data, to make predictions. Take them into consideration when plotting your routes.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Sam, Tarman here. A short while ago, the tar currents became incredibly unstable. It's gotten so bad that the DHV Magellan can't travel safely. We're still looking into what might have caused this, and we'll be in touch the second we know more.
Have you noticed it's faster going to F1 instead of coming from F1? It's slower. I noticed it. Anyways, we're gonna head towards our destination now. Fat. Now here we go. Now we can unlock it. Okay. This is how we unlock the inventor. We're gonna pick up all cargo going to the inventor. Okay. We can walk over there, or we could drive over there. Where the heck we go? Oh, here we go. Hold on. Hang on.
Oh shit.
Whoa!
Run, Forrest, run. Oh, sorry. Anyways. That's two. That's two. What the hell? That's not three. Yes, right there. Okay. Any closer to me, jump on and kiss me in the face. Oh, wait. Alright, we're gonna go unlock the inventor and then we'll go to our destination. Now, in order to navigate this, follow your order deck. Your order deck is your friend. Okay? See the yellow? Stay on the yellow. Stay on the yellow. If you go in the red, you're gonna sink.
Good day, Sam. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that
And that's how we get the inventor on the Chiral network.
What business brings you to my doorstep? Wait, are you carrying some cargo that got washed away after the quake? I'll need a moment to process and confirm. Well, where on earth did you find this? I'd given up on ever seeing it. You, sir, are a good man, and I know I can rely on you. You're bringing people into the chiral network, yes? I'd be interested in that. Get me online.
So now that we've got him unlocked, we also have, I think we have section of the monorail up and running already. But I'm not sure. So.
I think this could prove useful to you. Try it, see if you agree.
A fucking otter hat. A nod to the, oh, what the hell is it? Conan O'Brien played the part of of him. Excuse me.
I call this an otter hood. It's an original invention of my very own. Put it on, and you'll find you can float in the water as happily as an otter. You'll never be at risk of drowning ever again. It's guaranteed to make you feel like a born swimmer, which, given the recent flooding, is great for people like me who can't swim at all. I'll bet you could find some use for it too, in your line of work. That's so. Someone else already went and made the same thing. Well, I just think otters are wonderful. You like them too, don't you? Despite being mammals, these adorable mustelids live the better part of their lives in water. Floating on the surface, flat on their backs. Grace personified. In becoming an otter, we can become one with the water. That's why I decided to create this hood. So, if someone else out there had the same idea, I bet we'd get along swimmingly. Anyway, if you don't have their hood, maybe you could still use mine. Though, saying that, I better come up with something new. Thanks, and come back again soon. I'll try to whip up something extra special to give you next time.
Oops. And that's how you get the inventor on the Cairo network. Yes, see? See? I knew it. Knew it. Okay, now. Okay. Okay. Same deal, but we're going that way. Okay.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Later on in the game, I'm going to demonstrate what happens to both the truck and Sam when you get caught in the red. Okay? If you already know what happens, don't spoil it for the new players or the noobs. Okay, that. Let's see. Huh.
Sam, there's an animal that appears to be on its own. This could be a good opportunity to assist the shelter with their preservation initiative.
Impossible, I know. But I can feel it in my soul. I'm looking for a sign that you were here. I leave it all behind and disappear into the
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
I saw slowly fall and felt you here. The creature carried on without a fear into the woods.
Feels good.
Sam? Then does that mean you carry this hefty delivery all the way from West Fort Knott? Way to make an entrance. We welcome you with open arms. Now let's get this cargo of yours processed. Amazing. You handled this delivery with the utmost care. Great work. Where did you dig up this cargo? I can't believe it. What a gift. I hope you'll continue to support us in the days ahead. All right. Can you connect your Cupid to our facility?
Now displaying your current order grade.
And now we're finally connected to the chiral network. This should make our job so much easier. And to make your job easier, I've gone ahead and shared data for a suit I think you'll love. Oh, right. I also wanted to give you this as thanks. Introducing the Blood Boomerang. Throw it properly and it'll come right back to your hand. It's a reusable weapon in that regard. Folds up nicely too, so it's quite easy to carry. You'll find it's especially effective against BTs, so give it a try against the next one you meet. With the aid of your network, we should also be able to develop stronger measures to defend against belligerents, which we need since the brigands out west have rapidly improved their arsenal in recent days. Honestly, you couldn't have gotten here at a better time. Thanks be to you, we'll finally be able to focus on our research. As the chiral network has expanded, we're seeing more and more anomalies outside of the bounds of its coverage. This has led the brigands to conclude that the network itself is responsible for the worsening state of the world, which is why they're opposed to its expansion. But it's not like we can sit back and do nothing. If we don't try to improve things, humanity's doomed to go extinct. After I moved to Australia, the locals learned me all the ins and outs of the boomerang. I then designed a new type that's effective against BTs as well. You infuse it with Doom's blood before throwing it. The bigger the charge, the greater the potency. Naturally, most people would have to rely on blood bags sourced from donors, but since you have Doom's, you can also use your own blood on the spot. Unlike traditional firearms, it hardly makes noise. If your enemies don't actually see you throw it, they'll have a hard time finding you. That said, don't expect it to do too much damage to humans. Not unless you manage to hit them in just the right spot, at least. One day they started sporting a whole lot more weaponry, including grenade launchers with custom tranquilizing gas rounds. Thing is, the brigands don't have a chiral printer at their base, as far as we know. So, where'd they get all the new hardware all of a sudden? kind of worrying, don't you think? At this observatory, we focus on monitoring the behavior of tar currents. There's a patch of BT territory due north of here, and just beyond it is land that's currently being subsumed by tar. There's no telling when the facility will be lost to the tar as well. So it's important that we contribute to the research and development of countermeasures while we can. Incidents of tar current instability have grown more frequent, but we haven't been able to determine much more than that thus far. Thanks to the chiral network, though, we expect we'll be able to improve our instrument accuracy. We appreciate the help. Best of luck to you, Sam. The tar currents are acting up again. Guess it's back to work for me. Let's both keep on keeping on.
That was excellent work, Sam. Thanks to you, the better part of the Western continent has access to our services. Now it's time for you to head north and continue to expand network coverage. It is imperative that you connect all of Australia, stabilizing the environment and eliminating the remaining anomalies. There will be challenges, of course, but I know you have what it takes to overcome them. I expect more great things from you, in short.
Sam, this is Tarman. We believe that we've finally determined the location of whatever's thrown the tar currents into chaos. The chiralium levels there are pretty high, though, and BTs are almost certain to be present as well. I hate to ask, but would you mind taking a look for us? It's close to your current position. I've sent you the coordinates. We're counting on you, Sam.
All right, let me explain why I just grabbed a bunch of weapons. Okay? Because the next segment is going to be a fight. So I need to grab. I just remembered I need to grab. Fuck it, I don't care. I'm going with one. I need grenades. Nope, we're not doing that.
You take care of yourself.
I'm just gonna run over.
God damn,
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care, Sam. Shaking pretty bad. It's a close one.
Oh shit. Wow. Damn it. That was close. Thank God I got freaking to the edge. I saw it. How can you tell when the river's flooding? If you're wondering, how can you tell? Wow. It's when you see the crest on the horizon.
does it. spirits of the dead are close. Heads up, Sam. It's not safe. They're not human. Don't underestimate them.
That's tasty.
Give me 1 second. I am. Oh, it gives you a map of the area. I didn't know that. See, it's all the time I've been playing, I did not know this. Okay, so Why did it not? The hell? Load. Also gonna kind of find what's. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm in the process of playing the game and editing videos that I put out. Okay. Set frame.
Wait, are they trying to lay a trap for us? The Odra deck is reacting to something. We should keep an eye on it and proceed with caution. There's too many. You can't handle them all by yourself. But maybe split them up. Take them one by one. escaped, Sam. Up into that tower.
Right there.
He's too quick. Must have gone up to the roof. Sam, might it be worth getting up close and personal with them? Keeping your distance may only make it easier for them to target you. Maybe there's a way to infiltrate that building they've garrisoned.
Saving the best for last. I'm telling you. Saving the best for last. Why not? I'm about to show you something. You'll be like, what? Enjoy. What did I just do? Well, now the next time I come in contact with him, damn it. Where's this motherfucker? I'll get that movie started. Now you see how he's hiding like a little bitch? got him.
Did he say Nirvana? Is he implying this is some sort of realm for the enlightened?
You're right.
It's her, isn't it? The girl from before? I have no idea what just happened, but we should probably take her back to the DHV Magellan, hmm?
Now displaying your current quarter grade.
Are you sure you're all right, Sam? I did notice that you were tossing and turning in your sleep. And I'm still not sure what to make of the girl we found in that other place. Why don't we do as Fragile suggested and visit her in the next room?
Come on.
You're okay. Come on. Careful, careful.
Come on.
Careful.
Come down.
You got it?
Come on.
Thanks.
This is what happens when she has nightmares, it seems.
There are those who connect with the beach during REM sleep, allowing a tremendous amount of chiralium to flow into their bodies.
Hey, is your wrist gonna be okay?
Yeah. We ran some blood and DNA tests on her. And checked her for signs of injury.
As far as we can tell from a medical perspective, her health is in perfect condition. But that doesn't make the chrysaloid shell in which we found her any less troubling. Not to mention the tar-like fluid that came pouring out of it. We're still analyzing both. And there's more.
You mean those suckers?
Indeed. But that's not what I'd call them. Much closer to a chiral rash, I would say. You know how chiral allergies can sometimes trigger goosebumps? It's like that, except a fair bit worse. The tar-like secretions can accelerate the passage of time on contact, it seems.
We suspect she has dooms too.
And that when she's levitating, she's experiencing the nightmares common amongst sufferers.
That space or realm she left behind to come here. The fellow we saw called it Nirvana, I believe. But to me, it looked like the land of the dead.
Even so, she's a living human being. And I believe that she was born in that place. After things settled down, I spoke with her for a little. Or tried to. She was still in shock, which made it harder to communicate.
Did she tell you her name?
Doesn't seem like she has one. As far as I could tell. So, I named her myself. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, huh?
Sam, it's Charlie. We've recently received a report of brigands engaging in suspicious activity to the west. And I'm sure you'd like to push on, but I don't think we can afford to ignore this. Please access the DHB Magellan's delivery terminal to undertake this main order.
For this next part, I'm going to use stealth.
Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
I messed up. Okay, I did mess up. I went to the wrong place.
Sam, we've received an urgent request from the Northern Environmental Observatory. Brigands to the west of the facility have got their hands on a large stockpile of weapons and have taken it back to their base. This happened shortly after the recent Tarfall abated. The surrounding area was littered with a massive quantity of cargo that had been washed up by the tar. The brigands wasted no time gathering up everything they could and hauling it back to their encampment. This included weapons and gear unlike any we've seen before. And now we've begun observing new brigand units in the field. These ones are wearing red, reinforced armor, accented with luminescent light strips. As their unique appearance suggests, they're more resistant to damage. Melee and electrical attacks are especially ineffective against them. These units have clearly been outfitted for close quarters combat, and their sudden deployment is troubling to say the least. Their presence likely indicates that the brigands are gearing up for a raid of some sort. If we ignore this development, the brigands could use their new toys to attack the observatory, and there's no telling what might happen then. So we need to seize all of them before they have a chance to do so. Moreover, the latest data from the observatory strongly suggests an explosion of some sort occurred just beneath the Earth's surface not long ago. APAS analyzed the shockwave and has concluded that it is consistent with the type produced by ground-penetrating ordnance. This leads us to believe that the cargo the brigands secured may have included powerful explosive material. Directly assaulting the brigands using firearms risks triggering these devices, and we cannot predict how that would affect the region. Any sort of catastrophic explosion may also have an adverse impact on the tar currents. It is therefore critical that you avoid combat and secure the cargo without alerting them if possible. I implore you to take on this main order, Sam, and soon.
All right, we're going in bare naked. We're not. We're not taking any weapons with me. I'm not taking anything with me. So we're gonna head over. We're gonna use that tower right there, another tower, in the distance of me too. Come on, stop spinning your damn tires. Go. Now. Shut up, kid.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I'm just gonna remote. I'm not going up the way. Okay. Now, there's 15 brigands. There's 3 in a truck. Okay. There's 3 in a truck, and this. I'm basically gonna take out the ones in the backside here. That's where the cargo is, basically. Even if they see you, they're not going to alert right away. You have an opportunity to take them out. Someone built a bridge here. come this way. This way, up this way. So much for friggin' being silent. Alright, now they're calling for all clear. Nice. fuck is he? Oh my god. Charlie's not right. For some reason, when they come after you like that, you have one of the packages, they let you take it. It's this one that I worry about. Now, let's get out of here.
Recovered everything then. Great. Let's get it delivered.
Cargo limit. Oh my god, not my cargo limit. Hold on. Hey, pass. What you got for me, buddy? Where is this? Instant cargo limit. This is going to be a pain in the ass to get to the truck. No, it's not. No, it's not. There's a truck right here. At the end here. Oh, wait. It's down here. Oh no, that truck is right there. I'm sorry. Shit. This is putting, the weight is so heavy. I don't know why, but I thought we had a backpack enhancement where it would be, maybe this is it? I don't know. Faster order prep. Okay. PC flood warning. What's this? Skeleton assist. I'm gonna wait until we get more. Thermal. Taking that blood bag. From our last encounter. Slow and steady. Slow and steady. Anybody know what game that's from? Comment. Go ahead. Thank you. We're going to take their truck, drive to our truck, and then drive to our destination. So. master of dolls, or as I like to say, Dollman. He'll explain to you why you cannot take a enemy's vehicle. And the reason being is because you can take it, but you just can't drive it. You can't, repair it at a facility or on the DHV.
Feels good.
So there's that.
Much further now.
I mean, yeah, you can steal it, you can take it, but I wouldn't recommend taking it, as a general vehicle, because you never know if there's something with it, like I think in one video or one, I think I did it offline. I did it off video, and I took a truck from, what was it, the one in the mountains, and I went to F7. And all of a sudden, those things went up. Apparently, there was a bomb on it. It didn't disarm the bomb, but APAS was like, "Oh, hey, we're gonna remote detonate. Please clear." Something like that. Anyways, so we've got what in the world? 3, 2, 3, 1, 3. We collect them all now.
Did you really go out and steal all that stuff from the brigands? Way to go, Sam. Let me get started on processing your haul. I can't find a single scratch on any of this stuff. You truly are one of a kind. You have accomplished so much, done things only you could have done. We want you to have this data as thanks. We've increased your allocation of materials. Our way of saying thanks.
Now displaying your current Porter grade.
The guidepost data we just shared with you is great for making landmarks to prevent people from getting lost, even at night. And when you do place them, you'll find they're useful not only for getting your bearings, but also for creating routes that will facilitate travel for everyone. Aside from that, we've also made it so you can now use your PCC to fabricate bridges up to 80 meters in length. The rivers ahead of you are prone to flooding, so I imagine extra long bridges will be especially handy. Oh, and Sam, there's actually one other thing I wanted to talk about. Call it a little insight into the cargo you recovered on our behalf. It included a device I believe you guys have taken to calling a chiral jammer. These jammers are capable of disrupting the flow of local tar currents. In addition, you also recovered some explosives modded to be able to penetrate the ground and detonate within the tar. This would destabilize the currents over a large area. Needless to say, both these items could have been used to deliver an enormous blow to the chiral network. In other words, we've really dodged a bullet. But what I'd like to know is why this tech wound up in their hands in the first place. Can't chalk it up to pure chance. Honestly, it's almost like those brigands knew in advance that the tar was hiding cargo. We've got to consider the possibility that someone gave them a heads up. Food for thought on the road ahead.
Excellent work, Sam. You'll be happy to hear that tomorrow's regained consciousness. Once you're back on board the DHV Magellan, you should see for yourself.
Order completed. Well done.
Thanks. We appreciate it.
Stop it.
Someone doesn't like shoes? She won't even touch any normal food. But at least we managed to convince her to take a shower. No, tomorrow. We don't do that.
Seems like a real handful.
She just needs some time to settle.
You must be tired, Sam. Get some rest.
Sam, it's Charlie. Be advised that we have a new assignment waiting for you. I'll need to brief you on upcoming objectives as well. Access the delivery terminal at the Northern Environmental Observatory to take on this main order.
As usual, Drawbridge can't help but run its people ragged. Tomorrow seemed to react negatively to overstimulation. This is likely just a defensive mechanism, so to speak. A way to safeguard her mind from the strange and unfamiliar. At times like these, it's best to limit the number of people attempting to help the distressed individual. So let's trust in Rainey and Fragile to take care of her. You've been receiving more dangerous orders. I respect your willingness to undertake them without any fuss. Please, don't hesitate to rely on me for assistance if you ever find yourself in need of it. While I'm incapable of fighting like you, If you throw me toward your enemies, I can keep them distracted, for a short while at least. Apropos of nothing, the brigands' vehicles are of a rather antiquated design, significantly different from the standard pickup off-roader. You won't be able to get them repaired at distribution centers or on the DHV Magellan. Can't even store them in a garage. They're enemy property after all. Too risky to bring inside our facilities. Could be booby-trapped. I'd not get into the habit of using them too often if I were you. Apropos of nothing, it was a place that belonged to the dead. And while we were trapped there, only a scant few seconds seemed to have passed here. It's like the beach in that regard. Time flows differently there, relative to how it does in our world. Those battlefields you once journeyed to were also pockets of reality outside of ours. But this was different. Perhaps we'll be able to understand it better if we ever get the chance to go there again. Which isn't to say that I want to go back. Sam, been a while since you had a proper shower, wouldn't you say?
Good.
Sam, by linking up the various sites farther to the north, you'll eventually be able to establish a connection to Hartman's facility. In short, it's time to tackle the northern part of the continent. Start by bringing the F2 South Distribution Center into the network. Some of the staff there are former residents of Cape Fort Knott who managed to escape the city before it was swallowed up by the tar. In addition to overseeing distribution operations, they also protect the facility from would-be assailants. Unfortunately, local chiral contamination levels are extremely high, leading to disturbing reports of paranormal phenomena near the facility. The cargo you're tasked with delivering should aid staff in dealing with this issue. Accept the main order from this delivery terminal to proceed.
Okay, once we take this order, I'm going to go ahead and end the video after delivering the order. So we're going to deliver it. This is order 19.
This cargo has been designated.
Now we could walk over. It would take too damn long. Or I just do this. Back it up. Back it up. There you go. Yes, I'm going into the brigade's camp. I'm going to find lost cargo for F2 so that it gets me extra points. Here is a new box. Okay. New box 1. Nothing for F2. Unless it's just a visible thing. Maybe, I don't know. We'll go up to the other one, which is over here. Then there's another one. There's 3 of them in this one. Like a thief. Inventor. I guess it doesn't open up until, you know what? Last but not least, let's go check it. Oh, that's a negatory on that one, Ghost Spider. So we're going to head over. Okay. But we're going to do it this way. We're going to head over. I'm not saying the long way, but it's the right way. Cross one river. There it comes. Oh, it's that one. we're gonna go ahead and cross here. But look out. Here it comes. I would think it would work. It didn't work. Of course. Of course. Damn it, get over there. We want to deliver this, but we also want to collect.
Okay.
Cargo for F2. Now, there are spots in this river we can think.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Chiral decontamination in progress. No anomalies detected. Welcome, Sam.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get this one on the Chiral network. We're going to sleep on the DHV and save.
You're with Drawbridge, I presume? Yeah, you seem like a genuine article. Welcome. Hope it wasn't too hard to track. I'll just need a moment to check your cargo. It's rare to receive something looking this good. I knew you were the right man for the job. This cargo has been missing for a while now. You did good tracking it down. You have been making a real difference around here. Keep it up, all right? All right. Go ahead and put us on the Chiral network.
We're also going to listen to his little spiel, sleep, and then save. before we get to the Magellan, I want to load my truck with one of those items. We'll see.
Now displaying your current order grade.
That'll make life a
So we've been
lot
linked up
easier going
at
into
last.
camp sale.
There's also the necrobiotes you brought us as well. Feels like we finally turned the corner.
For our part, we've shared data for some custom vehicle components as well as some sturdy combat boots. I'm sure the vehicle parts in particular will come in handy for combat and cargo retrieval. You need all the help you can get, because those armed survivalists waiting for you out east are far more dangerous foes than the brigands. They're a bunch of fools who won't hesitate to kill people, with no shortage of lethal weaponry. Though I'll be damned if I know where they got it. Make sure you're prepared before you head their way. Speaking of which, those combat boots ought to add some serious power to your kicks. You might want to equip a pair if you intend on getting up close and personal.
They're not something just anyone should be messing with. Their affinity with the dead makes them dangerous. But that's also why we can use them to prevent the dead from attacking us. With that kind of power at our disposal, we can put people's minds at ease. Could solve all kinds of problems, I'm sure.
We've uploaded some schematics for pickup off-roader parts. One of them is a heavy machine gun. It automatically acquires and fires at targets in range. It uses MP bullets for added versatility. It's effective not only against human enemies like armed survivalists, but BTs as well.
The other part is a sticky cannon. When mounted, it independently scans for cargo in the vehicle's vicinity and collects it. You'll find it makes rounding up dropped cargo easier than ever. And who wouldn't want that? Pickup off-roaders can be equipped with 2 parts like these simultaneously. So choose whatever's best for the situation at hand.
Some people have called me that. A while back, we had a situation with this group that went around looting whatever supplies they felt like. And I was the boxing champ who went up against these guys and sent them all packing with nothing but his bare fists. That's the story they tell, but it sure as hell ain't the truth.
I didn't charge gallantly into battle and beat the shit out of them. I approached them in peace so we could work it out. I asked why they were stealing from other people, and they said it was because they didn't have the skills to live any other way. So I taught them other ways to survive. Trained them a bit. Nothing more than that, really. In the end, all we had to do was talk to each other. They weren't like the other riffraff you find around here. And they're still here. In fact, working in this facility. If anyone around here deserves to be called a hero, it's you, Sam. I mean, you're the one trekking across Australia trying to bring everyone together.
Anyway, right now, we're trying to develop equipment tailored to close combat specialists. If we succeed, anyone will be capable of fighting as well as the so-called Golden Fist. Feel free to lend a hand if our project interests you.
Thanks again. We're glad to have you in our corner. With your support, we'll be able to do so much more for others. Stay strong and keep doing your thing. We're in this fight together.
Sam, you're the best. Now get yourself back to the DHV Magellan and take a load off. Just so you know, tomorrow's been doing much better. Pay her a visit when you can, okay?
Order completed. Well done.
To add those particular off-roader equipment. I'm gonna go in, vehicle customization.
Vehicle ready. Please drive carefully.
Feels good.
And let's go ahead and connect the Jesus. So let's go ahead and connect the monorail between the F1 mine and F2. Okay? See how it's already connected? Just like that. We're going to go ahead and get the necessary materials. Does that say 150 or 160? 160. Sorry, my eyes are bad. 160 in resin, 360 in specials. So we're going to do this. We're going to go to fabricate, clean. We're going to clean the crystals. 160 in resin. And what did it say? 360? Sorry, I had a complete brain fart for some reason. 163. Yeah, 360. Okay. So 120 and 240, I want to say. $240 and 120. And then we need that 160. Take the chiral crystals. Okay. We're going to drive over, load these materials, and then get the monorail started. Yeah, I know. Doing the Magellan, I know. Well, guys, oh shit. Jesus Christ. Damn, that voice almost hit them.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Okay, Well, we can do deliveries between F2 and F1. How? There's no roads. I'm going to answer your question. How is there no roads when you're going to go to F1? Well, the monorail, it goes right to, see, receding. Water's receding. Alright. So, you know what? Crap, that hurt. And the bigger the rock, the harder they hit. Anyways.
Longer, okay? Raindrops are falling on my head, and just like the guy whose feet are too big for his bed, nothing seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. You know this song? So I just did me some talking to the sun. And I said I didn't like the way he got things done, sleeping on the job. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. But there's one thing I know, the blues they sent to meet me won't defeat me. It won't be long till happiness steps up to greet me. Okay.
Raindrops keep falling on my head, but that doesn't mean my eyes will soon be turning red.
The look on Rainey's face was like, what the hell just happened?
Are you alright, Sam? That was a gatequake just now. It seems West Fort Knott was hit hard, and their Cairo printer is no longer working. I'm afraid we won't be able to continue expanding the network until it's back up and running. Pick up your next main order via the terminal at the F2 South Distribution Center.
I know I said that I was going to stop the video, but I want to do this.
Necrobiotes are fascinating, and they seem to have become more commonplace lately as well, ever since you and I were swallowed up by that tarfall, to be specific. This sudden increase in the population should be considered yet another example of an environmental anomaly. If we successfully extend the network across the continent and trigger a plate gate to appear, such anomalies should begin to wane. So, Samson Hook from the F2 South Distribution Center is not a man to be trifled with, no sir. I did some research, and I found he's a popular local figure, beloved by one and all, it seems. Known as the Golden Fist as well. But don't misunderstand. I'd wager the people's love for him is not rooted solely in his considerable martial prowess.
So you made it out okay. Those tremors were intense, but we're doing fine here. I think West Fort Knott got the worst of it, though. Your cargo has already been prepared. If you could deliver it to West Fort Knott as quickly as you can, that'd be great. We need to support each other at times like these, so pick up the priority order from the delivery terminal right away. I'm counting on you.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Well, I know you're tired, dear. So I shut the door and leave for a glass of wet champagne. Pour it on the TV screen.
feels good.
Sam, I'm so glad to see you again. We just got hit by a massive quake. I was afraid you might have got hurt out there, or worse. Anyway, I'll check your cargo. Oh, handled with care, I see. Looks as good as new. It feels as though we're always leaning on you for support. Please allow us to return the favor with this data. Just wanted to let you know that we're increasing the amount of materials you can withdraw.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Thank you so much. We should be able to get our chiral printer in working order now. I've never felt tremors like that before, not even when the tar currents were acting up. It makes me pretty concerned about other folks living nearby. But at least the monorail you patched up seems to be none the worse for wear. Hey, out of curiosity, have you restored any of the other large mines? They'd be a great source of materials if you were ever in need. Are you familiar with the island that lies north of our facility here at West Fort Knox? Well, there's a shelter on that island. The man who lives there only cares about his research and never talks to anyone. But I can't help worrying that he might have been hurt during the tremors. There are a few large mines in the northern part of the continent, not far from where you'll find North Fort Knox. Or where you used to be able to find it, I should say, before it was wiped off the map by a void out. As for the mines, no one knows if they were obliterated too. But if you happen to be headed that way, you might want to see if they're still around. You've been such a big help to us. Rest assured, our staff will see that everyone gets their share of the aid packages you delivered. A lot of people are going to be singing your praises before too long. Best of luck to you with everything.
Thanks for all your hard work. Everything there seems to be in order. But one cannot help but wonder what other facilities were affected. Anyway, you can pick up your next order from the F2 South Distribution Center. This one's a rescue mission, Sam. Someone's been taken hostage by the armed survivalists, and we need you to extract them to safety. The survivalists have been known to kill people, so you'll want to take extra care when preparing for this one. Oh, and it seems the tar currents have finally stabilized. So the Deirdre Magellan should be able to travel without issue. Call us if you need us. All right, Sam. Good luck.
Order completed. Well done. Order accepted. Thank you.
Just look at that view!
see you're back. I'll process you quick. Just sit tight and give me a minute. This is downright perfect. It's thanks to you that we're in a position to share this data. Go ahead. Give it a look. Bet you could use more materials, no? Which is why we're...
Now displaying your current portal grade.
This schematic is for combat. Slip them on, and you'll find you hit harder than ever before. No one will be... They also have a function that lets you harness energy before delivering a devastating electrical area attack. Any enemies caught in the surge will absorb a concentrated electrical charge, resulting in massive damage. So even if you encounter foes with formidable defenses down the road, you'll have no trouble defeating them with these gloves. As an added benefit, they'll also improve your ability to keep your balance and climb, which should make a difference in your delivery work. Using them will consume battery power, though. See that you don't run out and find yourself at a disadvantage. We don't intend to stop our research anytime soon, so you can look forward to other inventions.
Order completed. Well done.